Hello. Hello, Cuddy that's lurking. Welcome guys to another day in the life of a miner and star citizen, and today we are going to Microtech. Microtech is not a place I typically frequent for mining, just because the atmosphere is a bit of annoying. The atmosphere requires that you have to fly 12,000 feet. Well, sorry, not feet, 12,000 kilometers outside the surface to actually be able to quantum drive somewhere. So I'm very interested to see how we can accomplish this. And then the weather is also kind of annoying because you have to, it blows you around and whatnot. But there are really good resources there. I found amazing rocks in my time there. I very much enjoyed it. So I'm curious to see what we find, and I'll cut out all the ugly in-between stuff so you guys can only enjoy the fun bits about it. Alright, now that we've arrived at our destination, we need to pick somewhere to go mine. It doesn't really matter where. Oh, not going there. Doesn't really matter. We'll go here, I guess. Maybe not. I want somewhere to bring me down in atmosphere. The further away you travel, the further down in atmosphere it brings you. But I also want to be in the daylight. I guess we'll go to this far one. Guys, if you haven't, please make sure you have the HD version on, because we're playing on a 4070 here with ultra settings, and this is so cool about Star Citizen. Like the clouds, like look at that. I can see details of the terrain from not even in the atmosphere. Like look at this. I can see all the mountains and I can fly down to them. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Let's see what we got. Here's a scan. All right. Got some stuff on radar. Let's check out these signatures. It's one rock. This might be a couple. Yep, that's where we're going. Now we're gonna do the dangerous game of chicken and plummet my way to the ground like a like a meteor and see how this works out for me. Oh, okay, what's this one? No, just turn, bro. I make this hard. Yeah, that's one rock. That is like a 5. That is a perfect separation of 5 rocks. Oh yeah, it's in the trees and stuff. That's the cool part about Microtech is you have all these trees and the terrain. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, look at this. Like Microtech's so pretty. Again, a really bad habit that I hear. Now the deal with Microtech though is I have to be parallel to the ground, because if I'm not parallel to the ground, then yeah. Upward thrust. Okay. Alright, we should be good now. Look at these rocks. That's a big boy over here. This is such a pretty place to mine. This is way better than like aerial average. Why am I sinking? The annoying part about gravity here. 32K. Okay. All right. Bexelite right off the rip. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I like Microtech. It makes it worth it to fly all the way out here. 5,000. Annoying place to mine because of the weather sometimes, but when you get stuff like that, a giant rock with Bexelite in it, you can't complain. barrel. That'll be good to top us off. This is probably a pretty small rock. If it has a small mass, I'm not going to finish getting it. 8,000. Yeah, we don't care. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to get a little closer. We're going to put a mining gadget on it. There we go. Perfect. 90%. We are good to go. Too bad Microtech has gravity, so I can't scoop my way back. Alright, gang, let's get after this rock. This is a beautiful, beautiful, like what, 40% almost Bexlite? This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be really nice. Yeah, okay, we're right at the optimal, so this should... It's not working? I find that hard to believe. 32K should definitely get broken by this. We have 100% laser power put into this. It's gonna make me get my surges out. Yeah, this is an instability matter. This is not a matter of laser power. Let's give that a break. Hopefully. What's this? Ooh. There. See if we can overpower some resistance over here. Ah, see, instability is hurting that too. We're so far away from that. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. See? Sometimes you just gotta like play around. Rocks behave really weird sometimes, so you have to do these little tricks of like shooting another rock, trying the stampede, taking away the stampede. It behaves differently at different times. And I think that's just, it's mixed between server instability and rock instability, because if servers have a bit of a lag or delay with them, you're going to experience worse instability from the rock, even though it's not that high. Like this 2.5 is a moderate instability on the rock, but it's not so much that we should be experiencing all these like adverse effects from it. My concern with this rock though is the instability. Do you see how it's being very inconsistent? It kind of stays where it's at. It kind of goes down, it kind of goes up. My concern is that once we get up to the optimal zone, it's going to be really hard to control this rock when it's there, because it's such a small window that I have to have it at 100% right now to keep it going up. But if I drop it to 80%, does that mean it's going to go down? Because if it's going to fluctuate up and down, up and down, up and down, 100% is going to get it to charge. But is that going to keep me in the optimal zone? I don't know. I am afraid to turn it off though, because if instability is not cooperating, turning the laser on and off can have these really adverse effects on the rock, and I don't really think you want to deal with that. Okay, now we're here. See, now the laser power is too much. No, we're losing it, we're losing it, we're losing it. No, I should have just let it overcharge. Dude, that's the risk you run when you have to turn your laser on and off. Instability is just going to stop working. At least now we know it's an issue with instability, not necessarily an issue with anything else. Now if I move this, say, yep, that's going to hurt me. And if I jumped the laser power, if I shoot this stampede, yep, it's going to go down. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is sub-fractured pretty okay. I may need to switch lasers though, because I don't want to accidentally over-fracture these. So we'll see how they broke and see what we can get out of these. There's some beautiful, beautiful pieces here. This is really nice. This broke pretty okay. I mean, we have a lot of 50% pieces. We'll have to feather this trigger. You're right at the end. You know, you got feather it like just below the optimal zone. But this is kind of the finer part. This week you're really good at mining. Is when you learn how to operate the laser in these kind of conditions. Is you have to learn how do I feather the trigger to a way that lets me work the optimal zone in my favor without going into the overcharge zone. A little bit of overcharge is fine. Right? If we kiss it, we're not upset about that. We just have to be very, very careful with how we do it. Because there's a lot of power in my laser. I mean, we're going on 44% over. So that's at least another 1,000 that is being added to the minimum power. I mean, the minimum power is 25% for this, which means we're pumping out at least 1,000 laser power every time we turn the laser on. So very easy to overcharge a rock that's very tiny. Especially with all this desync we have, it's very scary. I don't like the desync at all. The desync when you have an unstable rock, like the best thing you can do is if you're putting the laser into it and it's not moving, is to just let it go. Because if you keep shooting it, it's still charging, right? There's just a delay for you, and you don't see that delay. Right, you're just like, oh my god, it's not charging. Well, I guess I'll put like more power into it, and then you put more power into it, and next thing you know, you just completely overcharge the rock. And if you put it enough into the overcharge zone, it really doesn't matter. Like it's gonna charge. it's gonna break. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get your wish, and then it's gonna fracture. And if you're in a prospector, that's a wrap, man. Like that is a complete wrap if you're in a prospector. Overcharging a rock, especially if you have a helix on the front of that thing, oh my goodness. It will shatter you. If it doesn't destroy you, which you'd be lucky if it doesn't, it will probably knock off your saddlebags, which I always say is probably worse, because now you have to do the flight of shame all the way back to go repair your ship somewhere, and any ore that you had is gone. And then you have to come back, and if you want your ore back, you gotta switch the saddlebags, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I don't like it. This may not seem like it, but this broke pretty clean, I would say. This is about as clean as Bexolite is gonna break. These 50-50, a little bit better than 50-50 splits, that's about what you're gonna get from Bexolite. I mean, we had these amazing breaks in it. If you notice, those sub breaks for the giant rock are almost identical to the big breaks. So the big breaks were about the same, more Bexolite than quartz, and these sub breaks are all about the same. You're getting very few that are not like that. But the way I iron this out to like understand how much value I'm getting for this and is it worth it, is Bexolite is 3 times the value of Beryl. And Beryl and Hephaestonite are kind of my baselines for value for a cargo load, because their baseline value comes out at about 200,000. Well, Bexolite is 3 times the value of a SCU of Beryl or Hephaestonite. So because Bexolite has that value, what I weigh it against is, okay, if I can get a 50-50 or even 1/3 split Bexolite and something cheap like quartz, I'm still gonna get value for quartz, right? It may not be, oh my god, valuable, but I'm still gonna get some value for it. So what does that mean for me? Well, I'm gonna get the Bexolite, which is about 7,500-ish of value, plus the about 400 of value the quartz gives me. So that's $8,000 for every SCU. So that means my load right now is essentially 18 times 8,000. And that's an easy way for me to gauge my value, which is going to be more because if you cancel out the quartz with the Bexlite, right? Because it's 3 times the value. Then that Bexlite is worth twice the value of Beryl, because we have to eat that value that we're losing, because that quartz takes up space that could be used for Beryl. Now, obviously, it would be much more amazing if we could get Beryl or Hephaestonite instead of quartz, but I find very few rocks like that. And don't get me wrong, they are amazing rocks when you can find them, but I do not find tier 1 type ores mixed very often with like tier 2s. You don't find that too often. This is gonna be a good one. Oh yeah, 72%. And so right now we're staying about pretty even, a little more Bexlite than quartz, and that's okay. And the amount of quartz we have, I'm not overly fond of it, but still we have a better value than we would with just an all Beryl or all Hephaestonite load. And I'll gladly take an all Beryl, all Hephaestonite load only if I find a big enough rock up front. If I fly down to the surface and the first rock that I find is a giant Beryl or a giant Hephaestonite rock, oh my god, look at this, so pretty. Oh, 96%. That's basically 97% Bexlite. That's pretty. And the first rock I find, though, is a 30k mass Beryl rock. It's like 30-40% Beryl. That is amazing. Is this? Oh, that is pretty. 100% Bexlite. And look at those stats. 60% resistance, 6 instability. That is the stat of raw Bexlite. That is tough. I wonder what this gives us. This is almost 1,000 mass. We have a little over 30 SUs of Bexlite. So let's see what this gives us. I've never tested this out before. Okay, half. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio. That's better than Agricium, and Agricium's not worth as much. That was about 50 to 1, 50 mass to 1 SU. That's pretty darn good. I'd take that split any day. That's an amazing split. 1 to 3 split. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Because remember, it's 3 times the value. So if we're taking a 1 to 3 split all day, every day. All day, every day. That's way too low. It's definitely not worth it. Is there a little... Oh, there's a little sliver there. Anything I could scan without having to move is what I prefer. A pretty decent sized chunk. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. 61%. Yes, sir. This is an amazing run. 40 or 42 SCUs Bexlite. That is spectacular. All right, is there any good chunks left? 30%. I'll take a 30%. I mean, I've almost filled up off this rock. Actually, you know what? I may just say screw it, and I may just like fill up off this rock. If I can. If I can't fill up off this rock, so be it. But these are pretty great splits. I mean, I'm taking in a lot of quartz here. Proportionally, not a lot. Because we were way ahead, Bexlite quartz, and now we have more quartz than Bexlite. We'll fracture this and see if we can get another good split out of it. $13% Bexlite. Maybe one of these rocks has like a decent, we'll have like a good Bexlite percentage. Could be worth it. Oh, see how it kind of delayed there? Right there. Oh, yep. See, it's those instances where like it's not moving, but I know that it's charging. All right, that's fully charged. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Okay, here we go. All right, let's hopefully there's a good Bexlite chunk in here. Oh no, please don't shoot me. Okay, he's just being silly. Hey, my gadget's still alive. You don't find that very often. Uh-oh. Hopefully no one in the chat's after me. I'm not near Ghost Hollow, though. Yeah, they keep locking onto me. You must be going to do a bunker mission somewhere. I think the best one's probably that 25-75 split that we scanned up front. That might be the best one. Yeah. 20, 29, 20.25. What's this? 11, 11. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. All right, let's get it up. All right, beautiful. All right, let's go get our gadget. All right, there we go. Come here, little fella. We're going back into your home. Hello. Hello, Cuddy that's lurking. Hello, sir? Okay, no sudden movements. Let's see. What's he doing? What's he doing? I don't think he has a gunner. What's he doing? What's he doing? Where'd he go? Alright, we gotta climb. We're out of here. I don't trust this man. Ah! I don't fly very fast. This is the most, like, non-effective getaway I've ever done. God, I don't get away very fast at all. Oh, he's not shooting me. He's just lurking. Where'd he go?
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Oh man, and through the power of editing, we have the fastest quantum drive in all of Stanton. Alright guys, let's go put this away, see what our mining run is worth. I'm gonna guess with 45 SCUs times 8,000, let's see, that's gonna be what? 3, no, oh yeah, 8,000 times 6, what's that? Let's say, well, we got 45, so that's at least times 4, so 160, maybe 300,000 maybe?
Landing complete.
Honestly, I feel like this is going to be worth, I don't know, what, 40, SCU times 8,000, so 300,000? I'll say 300,000. Maybe 300,000. That's my guess. What do you guys think? I'm kind of curious. What's this haul gonna be worth? Let's find out. Mole, 300,000. Man, I guessed that on the nose because that's gonna get doubled based on this. So yeah, okay, and it's probably gonna cost me probably 30 to 40,000 to refine it. I would guess 30 or 40. Argo Mole, order, method, crown exchange, specs, quartz, 30, somewhere between 30 and 40. Man, I do this way too much. Way too much to know that. All right, we're gonna switch this though to supplementation. That way it costs us less money. 17,000. It's gonna 89 hours. What? Oh my goodness. Well, I'd like to do my runs on the weekend, so we'll just go ahead and eat that for our Monday, and then we can take that and we make, 17,000 more. So right around 300,000 for that run. Fantastic. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.